Well, well, well. What do we have here? Do my eyes deceive me? Are we seeing the lowest trading volume that we've seen since 2021 again? I think so. Like a GMs. You know that's just how we greet each other here. It's always a GM in NFTs. Always. We'd have it no other way. Hope you're doing great. Hope your weekend was great. Excited for Monday coming up. I don't know about you, but I love the grind. Let's get into the charts. Want to do just a quick 7-day review and a quick 30-day review. The daily, not a lot's happened. It's been slow again. But I like what I'm seeing here on the leaderboard. It's pretty awesome, actually. 7 days. D-Market at the top spot. Gaming skins. Again, love it. You don't see D-Market up at the top often. When you do, for me, a gamer, it's a real treat. Just, I love seeing the use case for NFTs. I love the gaming skins. I love seeing a product that is tailored to the masses, is something that's sustainable, is something that's going to be here for the long haul. D-Market at number 1, absolutely incredible. Bored Ape Yacht Club at number 2. Both of those projects, by the way, over 5 million in sales this week. Difference is, look at the transactions on D-Market. Over 500,000 individual transactions. Just not the same kind of product, right? Number 3, Gods Unchained. Again, video gaming NFTs, NFT cards on the Epic Game Store. Fantastic to see. Sotheby's, that's number 4. We mentioned this earlier today. It's great to see it that high for the week. This was Velma Molnar. I hope I can get that right here one of these days. It's great to see her artwork. A 99-year-old pioneer of digital art and now blockchain art. Love to see this. Just incredible art, incredible project, really, and I hope it's just the first of many for her over on Sotheby's. Maybe she'll come over to Art Blocks and mint on their platform soon. Maybe she'll mint over on Tezos. I wonder if she's even aware of Tezos. I'll be happy to tell her all about it. It's my favorite blockchain, to be totally honest. Sorare at number 5 with just over 3 million in sales. Mutant Ape Yacht Club at 2.6 million in sales. The Gods with 1.9 million. Azuki 1.9 million. Play NFT, another Binance project that's done well this week with the Watch to Earn. That's at number 9, 1.7 million. And rounding out the top 10, CryptoPunks, 1.7 million in sales. Only 12 sales this week, but it doesn't take much with a project that has a floor price of $100,000. Just some of these are just built different, and CryptoPunks are different. Top blockchains, Ethereum again at number 1, 68 mil. Solana number 2, 6.4 million. Again, we're looking at the 7-day charts here. Binance Chain, 5.9 mil at the number 3 spot. Mythos 4 with just over 5 mil. Immutable X very, very close. Also doing great numbers. 5 mil, just over 5 mil. Polygon, Bitcoin, both with just over 4 mil. I'll say 4.5 mil, and just wild again to see Bitcoin dropping to the number 7 spot. Yikes. Nothing really to say about that other than Bitcoin is not what we thought it was. Actually, maybe it is exactly what we thought it was. A blockchain with very little utility, just some art, kind of a fad for a while. I think it will be more than that. It'll take a little time. Cardano, Flow, Arbitrum, rounding out the top 10. Cardano with 2.4 mil in sales this week. Flow with 1 million, just over 1 million. And Arbitrum, 700,000 in sales this week. We did the top collectibles early. I'm going to just keep it on the screen here real quick for you to have a peek at, but we had that autoglyph. Really, really incredible autoglyph here. First on-chain generative art from Larva Labs, the creator of CryptoPunks. That was the top sale of the week, $373,000. And quite a few CryptoPunks, Hoodie Punks in particular, were really running this week. But now let's flip over to the 30 days. And there's something I really do want to show you here. I do think there is something significant. We do see Bitcoin projects in the top 10, and like I said earlier today, Bitcoin did well earlier in the month. They fell off a cliff later in the month. We'll see if the blockchain chart actually shows that. But on the 30 days, Bored Ape Yacht Club #1 with 26.8 million. Fram, it's a BRC20. It's like a meme coin over on the Bitcoin blockchain, just over 20 mil. Gods Unchained at #3 with 20.3 million in sales. Ordinals, just in general, it's usually lumped into a single collection. Some of the collections, Ordinals collections, are their own independent collections, but for the most part, they're lumped together in this collection. Almost 20 mil in sales. D-Market, it's in the 5 spot at almost 20 mil. Captain, 16.6 mil. Azuki Elementals, rough month for them. Actually, we skipped the Captains. Captains at #6 with 16.6 mil. Azuki Elementals, really, again, rough mint. Minted at 2 ETH. Currently, you can grab an Elemental for 0.6 ETH, 0.5 ETH. Really rough. It's going to take them a bit to recover. They will recover. CryptoPunks, #8 for the month. Just over 13.5 million. It's pretty decent sales. 108 transactions there. Mutant Ape Yacht Club at 9 with 11 mil, 11.6 mil. And Sorare, rounding out that top 10 with 11.4 mil. Looking at the blockchains, Ethereum on the top, just such a huge lead, insurmountable, really. No one's going to catch him for a while. Bitcoin, in the long run, they might, right? They might. I think they will. Let's take a peek at Bitcoin and just see if we can see that falling off this month. We really can, actually. See if we can get this this view kind of in line here. But you can see the beginning of July. You can see Bitcoin doing okay. You know, in context of where everything else was this month, doing okay. But starting on around July 9th, just this steady trend down. Steady trend down until it finds a floor that it just could not seem to recover from, couldn't seem to move off of. It's been a rough month for Bitcoin, it really has. We'll see if they can turn it around next month. I don't see it. I don't see it happening anytime soon. I see no catalyst for that. I think it is what it is. I think all of the attention for now on the Ethereum side will be on Ethereum and the Layer 2 blockchains. Let's dive into the indexes. Some of this is review. Again, I just want to cap off the week here, but we did touch on some of this earlier today. For the week, the Forecast 500 NFT Index, which is aggregating the value of NFT collections across blockchains. 7 days, we're down 4.59%. Hitting a new all-time low, actually, this week again. 30 days, down 10.61%. It's quite a big number. Ethereum's looking pretty rough, and NFTs in general looking pretty rough. We peeked earlier at the individual composites. These are breakdowns of the individual blockchains. Let's take a peek again here. We'll go 30 days. Ethereum down 7.84%. Solana down 7.32%. We have a nice surprise at the end here, and if you tuned in earlier, you know what it is. Polygon down 12%. Rough time over there on Polygon. It's the volume. Volume's pretty low on the Polygon blockchain. Cardano up. The only blockchain that's up. 2.4%. Buyers increasing. Volume increasing. I need to dive in and see what else is going on over on Cardano, but people seem to like the blockchain. I need to pay attention to it. I've given it such little attention, and that needs to change. We're going to go back and take a look at the global sales for the month. Cross-chain. Tell you what, instead of that, we're going to do weekly. This is what stood out to me, and I'm going to bring your attention to something pretty significant here. All right, we still have a few hours left in the day here, so this top column, this top row, it's not done calculating. It's not done having numbers come in, right? We have a few more hours of sales left in the day before this week is capped off. 85.7 mil in sales. That's not on Ethereum. That's on Ethereum and every other blockchain combined. It's an incredibly low number, and I need to see if sellers and buyers is accurate. It looks like it is, but I'm questioning it because it's so incredibly low compared to last week and the week before. It's low. We're definitely trending in a direction most people don't want to believe, but it's where we're heading. Now, I mentioned I want to point something out. We're going to scroll down here. Take a look. zoom in. Maybe it'll make it a little easier to see. Okay, take a look at sales. 85.7 mil cross-chain for the week. How far back do you think we have to go to see similar numbers? Earlier this year, the peak of the year, let's say around February, March, when Blur point farming was at its peak. Blockchains, cross blockchains, 341 mil, 288 mil, 266 mil. Big numbers, big numbers. The peak of this year. Going backwards, you see the bear market we were in the second half of last year. Very, very slow time. Look, 127 million, 124 mil, 123 mil, 114, 103. Still more than we did this week. Okay, we're going to keep scrolling back here. I'm curious actually to see this exact time last year. 178 mil. This time last year, 165 million. We're doing half the sales that we did this time last year. This time last year, we were in a bear market. We had emerged from the hottest time in NFTs, early 2022, through till just about the summer. Incredibly hot. That was when the masses came to NFTs. Kind of for the first time. Really, they came in 2021 in the summer, but they really came in January 2022. Around this time last year is when it started fizzling out, trailing off. There's something about the summer where it starts cooling down and it stays cool for the rest of the year, but still last year, 2 times the sales that we saw this year. Unique sellers, unique buyers were higher this time. Interesting point there. I want to come back to it, but just take note of that. Right now, even with less sales, unique sellers, unique buyers is higher. Just going to keep scrolling down here. When I mentioned early last year was the absolute peak, look at some of these numbers. Over $1 billion in sales in weekly periods in the beginning of 2022, leading up to the middle of 2022. Very, very different time, very different space. It was something else. We will see it again, but it'll be a few years before we see that kind of action again. But look, 86 mil, 85 mil this week. We're not even close in 2022. And looking back at 2021, still 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times higher. How far back do we have to go to see similar sales? We're already back at September 2021 and still significantly more. And I think this is where we're going to find our match. This week in 2021, about 3 to 4 times the sales back then. Still bigger numbers than now. Different space still. Unique sellers, unique buyers, higher now. About 2 times higher now. Here it is. You have to go all the way back to the first full week of June. Let's just say the second week of June to find the last time we had weekly sales as low as we're seeing this week. Yikes. The space has changed. The shine has worn. The appeal isn't there. The profits aren't there. This column right here shows trade profits. This period, average trade is actually, this isn't average trade profits. This is cumulative trade profits. $2.7 million in profits in that week of trading. And you can see typically in the positive. You have some outliers here. You have some weeks that were in the negative. You have to dive into those specifically to see what was affecting trades then, why people were selling at a loss. But some months, look at this, 200 million in trade profits. We're going to go back to this week though. Trade profits. Negative $8.5 million. Sellers are on the losing end of these trades. They're taking a huge hit. At this point, some selling at a loss for tax loss harvesting. It's an effective tactic. It lowers your taxes. You can write these off. But the losses are really adding up. Sellers continue to lose. It's a very difficult space. And this is why you're seeing so many less people trading now, because there's no profits. Why are you going to trade if you're not going to make money on these NFTs? You can trade to collect. I'm a collector. I love to buy NFTs and I love to hold them. I'm a pure collector. Not many are. Those people are trading for profits, and there's none here. And look, it's not as drastic as it was even a few weeks ago when trade profits were negative 14 million, negative 13 million. Brutal, absolutely brutal. But How much longer do you think the people who are still around and still working in the space, and by working I mean trading, how many active traders do you think are going to stick around when it's weeks and weeks and weeks of losses? And that is where we're at. That is what's going to continue. That is the trajectory that we are on. I see nothing that's going to change this. Let's take one final peek here at sales, at the trend. I've mentioned before we're heading into the slow time of the year. Typically July, August is where we start trending down, and it stays down until January the next year. I wonder why, but January is always an explosion of sales, of users coming back to trade. Without fail, the past 2 years. New tax year, that's a big part of it, actually. But here we go. We were trending down already from the peak this year, January, February, trending down. One last hurrah here. This was around the Azuki Mint. And since then, nothing. Nothing but losses. Nothing new. Nothing exciting. Very little to look forward to. Catalysts that can change this. 3 catalysts in mind. 1, the Blur Marketplace. I'll take you there real quick. This is the marketplace with the most trading activity. Most of it's wash trades. A majority of it is wash trades. But traders are trading on this platform, farming points for rewards to ultimately win the Blur cryptocurrency. Has some value. Some traders stand to make millions of dollars from trading. This season of trading, Season 2, comes to an end this fall. There's no date in mind yet, nothing they've announced. So what I'm waiting to see is when Season 2 ends, does wash trading end with it, or do they announce Season 3 of wash trades, or I should call it farming, points farming, rewards, whatever we call it. Do they announce Season 3, and does that bring some life back into these markets, giving traders something to be excited about, something to trade for, some type of motivation? Whichever side, important to pay attention to. If there's no more rewards, there goes most of the volume in NFTs. If they do announce more rewards, you can expect an uptick again, maybe some excitement. Maybe that's time to go along with the other catalyst I have in mind, which is Yuga Labs releasing their Other Side metaverse. We don't know that that's coming this year. It's just been hinted at. It seems very likely during 8Fest 2023, taking place in Hong Kong in November. It's very, very possible, maybe even very likely, that they release the Other Side metaverse game at the same time, allowing their Bored Ape holders from all over the world to join in the party. And hopefully everybody can join. I'd like to be there. I'd like to attend. I'd like to see what the fuss is all about. And that could move markets, right? We're still waiting for the first shining example of a metaverse to launch. There's been nothing yet. Sandbox still hasn't launched, technically still in beta. Decentraland has never lived up to the hype or the promise of what it could be. And CryptoVoxel, same. They're at some points they look like a wasteland. Nothing happening there. Other Side is the best bet for right now. The best bet for an active metaverse, and one that can bring a lot of trading action outside of, directly outside of the metaverse. It could bring some action to assets that will populate their metaverse. That could be avatars. That could be wearables. That could be assets it could even be art that you hang on your wall in the metaverse. All kinds of things in a gaming ecosystem, essentially an MMO, but one that's backed by NFTs. Could get really interesting. And the other catalyst is not coming this year. It's next year, but that's Apple's Vision Pro mixed reality headset. My thought is that NFT assets, which are sometimes really, really hard for your average person to wrap their head around, right? Why are these digital assets valuable? Well, when you're viewing it through these goggles you wear on your face, and you look around your living room, and you see your asset right in your living room with you. Maybe it's a statue. Maybe it's a picture you hang on your wall. Maybe it's a skin. You can skin your couch with a different pattern or color. You can change your wallpaper, perhaps. When you see digital assets in front of your face, they become tangible. When you see them not as flat 2D pictures, but you see them as 3D objects that you can, to some degree, interact with, they become tangible. And at that point, people may be able to understand why they have value. So, Vision Pro may be a catalyst. Possible it's not the Vision Pro itself, it's just the idea of augmented reality and mixed reality and virtual reality that'll resonate with your average person. And it's future iterations of these headsets that will really, really drive adoption. One way or another, though, these headsets will drive an NFT bull run. I think in a few years, when we have headsets that are much lighter weight, more comfortable to wear, easier to access, and let's say more affordable, that Vision Pro is going to be $3,000, I think at least. I don't know if it's settled at $3,000. It's going to be pretty pricey. But when they're affordable and they're more accessible, easier to use, watch out. That will spark a bull run. Probably will put the 2022 bull run to shame. Honestly, I believe that. I believe we'll see hundreds of millions of people owning NFTs and trading NFTs and collecting NFTs and showing them off to their friends. I believe it. Hundreds of millions. I expect to see 1 billion people, and this is not hyperbole. This is what I've always believed when I first learned of NFTs, when they first clicked and had that aha moment, which everybody has. When you're in NFTs, you have that moment, and it changes your outlook on everything. I had always said NFTs will reshape the world the same way COVID did, and I still believe that. But it's AR, VR, MR that I believe will lead to that. So in a few years, I think we'll see probably the biggest bull run we will ever see in maybe any type of market, given this is almost a new asset class. It's going to be big. It's going to put what we saw 2021, 2022 to shame. I really believe this, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to look at one more thing here. See if I can discover something with you. I'm hearing whispers that it's meme coin season again, right? Sometimes when NFTs are down, crypto's up, and meme coins are up. And I'm curious which coins are running. We're going to take a look at Pepe real quick. Pepe price. Let's see. Now, I'm mentioning this because... No. All right, if this is what we call meme coin season, then I want out. No, it does not look like meme coin season. Pepe's not the only coin that matters, of course, but it's a great indicator. Let's see what else is moving. I need to see, and the reason why is there's a project that is doing numbers on the leaderboard, an NFT project, but it's because it's going to lead to an airdrop of a new coin, a new meme coin. And I'm thinking I heard, not incorrectly, but maybe it was grasping at straws. I don't see anything here that even seems to matter. In fact, we're all red. Well, let's take a look at that project. It's called Bloxies. 153,000 in sales today. I'd never heard of it till today. So I did a little digging. There's really nothing noteworthy about it, to be honest, just from the digging I did, but leaderboard presence, number 13 today. Here's your Bloxies. I always go and I look for their Twitter, try to see what people are saying about it. Tell you this is a red flag right here. Their tweet, project I've never heard of, 46,000 impressions. Make it make sense. Okay, maybe I feel a little better. These are doing less numbers. You can see here, BXC is the token they're getting to launch. Okay, maybe this is legit, right? But we call these, can I swear on my stream? I want to be able to. I'm not going to yet. But we'll call them, they're trash coins. I stay away from these kind of things. Those lower numbers, again, make me feel that it's maybe not scammy. Maybe it is a little more organic than I thought. But again, that's leading to a new crypto. We'll see if it can stick around on the charts. I don't have much faith in it. Again, I've heard nothing about this project. I have no opinion on it, really, other than typically these kind of projects come and go, and there's not much substance to it. We're going to end here on the CyberKongs, which, if you know me, you know I'm a big, big fan of this project, of the team. I have family that works on the team. I've been a CyberKong for over 2 years. I've been a fan of that team, what they do, the way they build, what they offer. Since the beginning, since I found them, I knew they were different. You could feel that they were passionate about the space. And I'll always be a Kong. This project minted late last week, for 0.25 ETH. They're below floor price. They're below the mint price, I should say, 0.19 ETH. But I want to bring your attention to this. While the artwork hasn't revealed yet, tribes have. Tribes are just different categories of their NFTs. There will be 6 different, is it 6? Yeah, 6 different factions in the new collection, each one having its own skins. Some will be more rare than others because of that. And here's what I noticed today. While the floor on the collection's 0.19 ETH, the floor on the rarer tribes, 0.478. You're looking at some profits in certain tribes. Even this, Rogendo, 0.27, above mint price. As we work up in the rarity tiers, I imagine the price is coming down. 0.25 for Caberizi. Senqueque, 0.20. Yeah, it's working exactly like I thought. Price comes down as you move up, or down in rarity, I think is more accurate. And 0.19 for the more common collection, Humba. It's a cool name, Humba. I think they've done rather well, considering what the market is like for them to hold some value right now. It's impressive. Most of the collection is locked up. A lot of holders were airdropped this NFT. They get it for free if they keep it locked up for 6 months. If they want it early to be able to trade it, you got to pay. You got to pay the full mint price, 0.25, which will lower as time goes on. Interesting mechanic, it really is. The collection will reveal in 2 weeks, so we'll see what they look like. I bought a Genkai. I bought two? No, I bought one Genkai. Honestly, you buy some of these almost as just a lotto ticket, right? You buy one. If you hit a grail is a super rare NFT. If you hit a grail, you're looking at big profits if it's in the right project, a project that has big collectors. And CyberKongs have big collectors. So if you hit a grail, you're looking at a multi-ETH profit, almost definitely, right? Nothing's a sure thing. This also is not financial advice. I think it's probably smart that I start giving that disclaimer. But knowing this collection and who trades this collection and who is on this team, you will have significant profit if you land a very rare NFT. So for that reason, I got it. If I get a rare one, I will sell it. But that's a strategy you can apply to other collections. If it's something that has high volume and is traded, it's a pretty safe bet to buy it, play that chance. And look, worst case is you bought it for 0.25, you didn't get anything rare. Look, you're losing 0.06 ETH. There's not a lot of downside. It's worth the upside. Definitely worth rolling the dice on something like that. And that's a wrap. Your 7-day review, your 30-day review. We'll be back tomorrow with another morning top 10 24-hour review, leaderboard, collectibles, blockchains, and we'll hit on some news. There's plenty of stuff happening. We didn't touch on much this weekend. Actually, over the weekend, very, very slow on the news front, but usually Monday, stories roll around, there's project announcements, so I'm sure we'll have some plenty of topics to talk about. Until then, we'll see you.